Hello, everyone, and we are very excited to present to you guys Groovary, a cross-platform music analytics and discovery application. And so I wanted to start off by introducing the entire team. So this is the picture of everyone in the team from left to right. We have Sophie, who worked on the back end and front end, so full stack. There's Kaden, who worked on the front end, and then there's me, Michael, which is also full stack, and then there's Hung, a back end and DevOps developer. So let's start off with some of the inspiration behind Groovary or the introduction behind Groovary. As a music enthusiast myself, I regularly listen to music like every single day, and I care a lot about some of the analytics and my listening habits as well. And we noticed that while using some of these major streaming platforms, their recommendations are just very, very not personalized, I would say. Such as here, we have a screenshot of a Spotify homepage where I'm recommended Weekend and Zayn, so like major, major big artists. But thing is, I listen to a lot of indie artists, which this doesn't really make sense because it's popularity based and not personalized to me. It's not tailored to who I am. And that's where Groovary comes in. This is a screenshot or a sneak peek of Groovary homepage where we recommend you music through short form content. And that's basically what Groovary is. We combine short form music recommendation through what we call a reels, music reels, as well as we track your engagement and some actionable listening analytics into one platform. So it helps the users move from just passive scrolling to intentional discovery of music by surfacing tracks that align more with your real behaviors instead of just generic and popularity metrics. So let's get straight into a demo of Groovary where I'll hand this off to Sophie.
So here's what our app looks like. As you can see, we're currently deployed on groovary.com. So right after you log in and you connect to a streaming platform like Spotify or Apple Music on our app, we'll present you with this Reels page that gives you the songs that we recommend to you. As you can see on the left, we have the cover art of the songs, and then on the right, we have some information about that song, such as the title, the artist name, as well as the reasons why we think this is a good fit for you, and some similar artists and genres of the song. If you don't really care about those information at all, you can just choose to toggle them off. And we also give you some functionality buttons on the right over here. The first one I want to talk about is the bookmark button. So if you hit bookmark, then we can save your songs, and then you can later access it here in settings under saved music. You can see that the song that you just bookmarked is already here. The second functionality button is the share. If you hit share, then we'll prompt you with a choice of either a Spotify or a Apple Music link of the song. And then you can choose which social media platform through, or you can just copy the link. The third functionality button that we have is the playlist, which allows you to save a song that you like on Groovary into your Apple Music or Spotify playlist. So let's say you choose Spotify, then we'll present you with a list of your Spotify playlists that you can edit, and then you can just pick one playlist to save your song to. Now the last one is the volume button, which allow you to control the volume of the reels. You can also choose to mute it. The behavior closely imitates what you would expect on YouTube. Okay, another functionality button that we have, say you like a song, you want to stream it, all of it, you can click on the title of the song, and then we'll redirect you to that song either on Spotify or Apple Music. You can do the same thing with, say, artists and similar artists. That's all we have for the Reels page. Now, moving on to our analytics page. As you can see, analytics page is where we present you with a breakdown of your listening habits across all the platforms that you have connected. On top here, you can see that you have a choice of either week, month, or year. Those are the duration in which we collect your, and present your data. Now on top, we have some big buzz numbers for you, such as the total number of tracks, as well as the listening time that you spent throughout that duration and the new discoveries that you made. Moving a little bit downward, here is a chart with the breakdown of your listening minutes. We also give you your top artists and top songs. And here's a breakdown of your genres as well as the trends of your new discoveries. Now, what makes Groovy really special is that we give you a weekly mood analysis where we feed your listening data into Gemini so that it can tell you what is your general mood for the week based on your listening data. That's all for the analytics tab. And now Kaden is going to tell us more about the social aspect of Groovery.
All right, next I'll be showing the social tab in Groovary. In this part, the app is designed to make music discovery feel more connected by letting user interact with other people to share a shared social experience. Now, firstly, we'll look at the feed section. Now, user can see recently activities from people they follow, such as the song they recently listened to or the track they have bookmarked. This gives user an easier way to discover music through their social circle instead of only relying on recommendation from the system. In the Discover section, user can browse suggested profile and follow new people to bring more activity into their feed. Then finally is the Connection section. User can manage social network by viewing who they follow and who follow them. And from here, they can follow back, unfollow, remove connection, depending on how they want to manage their social experience. Overall, this feature adds a social layer to Groovy by making music discovery more interactive, personal, and community driven. Now, in addition to the desktop experience, Groovy is also designed to be mobile compatible across all major tabs. We want the app to feel consistent and usable no matter what devices user is on. So feature like recommendation as such can be easily seen. Now, analytics is also works the same. On mobile, the layout is reorganized to stay clean and easy to navigate while still preserve the same core functionality as the desktop version. This allows users to explore the music inside, browse recommendation, and interact with the social feature in a way that feels natural on the phone. Overall, mobile compatibility helps make Groovy more accessible everywhere. Moving on, I'll pass this along to Hung to talk about the more technical aspect.
All right, thank you, Kaden. So now we will talk a little bit about the technical aspects of Groovary. From a technical perspective, Groovary is built on a modern containerized full stack architecture deployed on AWS. And on the front end, we use React with TypeScript and all containerized within Docker. And this communicates with a fast API backend, which serves as the core API layer. And for scalability and responsiveness, we integrated Redis as a message broker and used Celery for distributed task processing. This is used to handling things like recommendation updates and scheduled job asynchronously. And our data is stored in PostgreSQL, where we maintain user listening history, track metadata, and a similarity graph that powers our recommendation system. To enhance the functionality, we integrated several external APIs, including Spotify, Last.fm, Gemini, and Apple Music, allowing us to aggregate cross-platform listening data. And we also leverage OAuth for secure authentication and API access. In terms of software engineering practice, over the 16 weeks development cycle, we completed 100 issues and made 488 commits across 44 branches. And reflecting an iterative and collaborative workflow, we also achieved around 90% test coverage with around 700 tests, with tests integrated into a CI/CD pipeline to ensure reliability. And additionally, we also exposed and documented our API endpoints through a public docs interface, which you can access via groovy.com at docs. Finally, from our user studies, we gathered feedback that directly influenced our UI improvements and particularly simplifying the interface and improving the scrolling experience. Led to a more engaging grid-style interaction model and clearer recommendation explanations. Overall, our focus was on building a system that is not only functional, but also scalable, testable, and user-driven from both a product and engineering standpoint. And that also concludes our presentation. To conclude, we would like to thanks to everyone for their guidance and support throughout the journey. And their feedback and structure help us to stay on track and continuously improve our system and our engineering practice. And thank you for listening.